Hey, sixth graders, real quick. Parents, you can keep talking. Sixth graders, we're going to take a picture real quick, okay? So I want you to have your inches across your lap. Push your stand all the way down. We will, oh, look at this sign. And Miss Johnson up here is going to take pictures, okay? Just smile. Parents, you can take pictures so this is all going to be smiling at once.
Good evening. My name is Kelly Flax. I'm the principal of Woodwind Ridge. I mean, this is an exciting time of the year. We're going to host a great band concert, 2 of them, and then tomorrow night we host an orchestra concert for our 6th graders, and then on the 14th we will host our 6th grade and then our 7th and honors choir concerts. So almost every student at Woodwind Ridge Middle School will have an audience in the next 2 weeks, and this is it's incredible time and exciting times. A couple of quick announcements I would like to share. At 6:30, if you happen to type in, don't do it right now, but at 6:30 our huddle camera becomes live, and so what that means is if you would go to youtube.com, type in Woodwind Ridge Middle School, it'll pop up and you'll see a link that talks about the December 2023 Christmas concert. So over Christmas break or any other time, when family gets to be around, you can pull up that video and watch the concert and listen to the concert. So it's pretty cool for us to do. Okay, quick service announcement. February 6th, a big day for Blue Springs School District. 3 main components of the bond issue. 1, a career innovation center. It'll be state of the art. It will be incredible. Some of the opportunities that these students have right now are posted on some posters out in the main hallway, but this will be state of the art, and it is going to be beautiful. And this group has a great opportunity to benefit from that. Secondly, all 4 middle schools will have the opportunity to have a 15,000 square foot addition. That is going to, most importantly, provide a safe area for every one of our students and staff in the event of an inclement weather situation. So it'll be a high wind shelter. That relieves a lot of headaches all in itself. Some other benefits that will happen, quite honestly, our bands are just blowing up, just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and our band room is just, we've outgrown the band room. And so we will have a larger band room, and then we won't have to practice clarinet in the hallways, or the woodwinds, will we? So we'll actually have a couple rooms, and then also you will see we'll have a retractable seating, cushion seats for our plays, our academic recognitions. Really nice benefits for all of our middle schools. And last but not least, we'll do a couple of things at a variety of elementary schools. So please look for information, good things going on. All right. Our band program has just blown up, and I've already mentioned that. A couple of weeks ago, when we do all districts, and that's for 7th and 8th grades, so students, 7th and 8th grade students, they tried out for all districts. We're talking about 150 middle schools throughout the city have an opportunity to be on all districts. Well, in normal years, we have 6, maybe 8 students trying out. You have a separate piece of music, and it's challenging. You're right in front of a judge, and you got to play, you got to perform. You're not part of the group. Well, this year we had 28 kids that went up to all districts in Liberty, and that is a huge number. And I'm just so excited for our kids because I know what happens when they get to the high school with the Jaguar pride and some of the activities that they get to do. So, with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Judd. Come on up.
Hi, good evening. I am Ms. Judd. I am one of the teachers here that gets to spend all day with your kiddos. Thank you for signing up for band. It has been an absolute joy so far this school year. This concert is going to work a little bit differently than probably the future concerts that you'll see. So this one's going to be a little bit special because each of our 6th grade classes is in a class where they're just with their like instruments. So that means like just the flutes. They learn how to play flutes with just flute players. The clarinets learn how to play clarinets with just clarinets. Trombones, just trombone players. Trumpets, just trumpets. And percussion, just percussion. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna feature each section and kind of go through and do like a show and tell of what we've been doing so far this school year. So you're gonna hear some interesting sounds, you're gonna hear some interesting noises maybe, but most importantly, you're gonna hear how much better they've gotten from the beginning of the year to now. And so if they can have that much progress in just, a matter of a few months, can you imagine how they're going to sound whenever they get out of high school and how they're going to sound even next year or at the next concert in the spring? It's going to be pretty darn amazing. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Mr. Hurt and the trumpets.
Thank you. All right. So tonight is essentially, you boil it down, it's just a big show and tell of what we've been doing all semester. So we'll start with the trumpets. All right, these are the Yahoos right back here. If they're one of yours, you know. The way the trumpet works, we smush our lips together, just trying to keep it as simple as possible. We create an embouchure and a buzz, and we put it through this, and then onto the horn, and it gets, well, the characteristic trumpet sound. So what we normally do every day in class, we'll either do some buzzing or some call and response. So I'll kind of take you through what we do every day, and then we'll hit our 2 tunes, and we'll pass it off to the... You ready, trumpets? All right, so that's a little bit of what we do every day. Thank you. These guys are fantastic. Yes. So our 2 tunes, we're going to do a little Twinkling Star and a little bit, London Bridge. Yes. So here is our portion. All right, next we will go to our awesome flute section under the direction of Miss Jeff.
All right, so the flute works very differently than the trumpet. That's why they're not in the same class. We start with our head joints. And so we spend a lot of time on these at the beginning of the school year, and we'll also still play them throughout just to kind of make sure that we're doing the right thing. How we create sound is by actually blowing over this tone hole here. And so that takes a lot of practice. And we have to have a weird way that our lips are positioned, and it takes a lot of air. And so we work on getting tone just out on this head joint first. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of call and response similar to what the trumpets did. And then we worked on creating a piece of music with our head joints to help working on head joints be a little bit more fun and engaging. And they decided to call it We the Best. So this is some call and response on head joints and We the Best. Hopefully you heard three very clear, distinct, different tones. We worked really hard on getting all three of those different sounds to come out. Believe it or not, at the beginning of the school year, we were struggling with just that middle tone. And now they can get all three, no problem. That's huge, huge, huge improvement already in such a short amount of time. So next, the flutes have the opportunity to be the representatives tonight. Every year, somebody, some section gets to play this song. Who has gone through playing in band has played this song. It is called Hot Cross Buns. And we're going to play through 2 times. And the first time, you're going to hear just a few of our students are going to be playing like the quarter note section. And then the second time through, you'll hear other students. So if you're playing the quarter notes the first time through, can you raise your hand? So parents, those are the ones playing the first time through. Second time through, those are the kids playing the second time through. So here is Hot Cross Buns. So that was one of our first songs that we played this school year. Now we're going to play another thing. We're going to get into a little bit of the holiday spirit here and also show that, you know, we're not always going to be playing the same note together the entire time. So this, we're going to start getting into a little bit of harmony with Jolly Old Saint Nick. And we're going to have students playing the higher notes the first time and students playing the lower notes the first time. So if you're playing the higher notes the first time, can you raise your hand? And you're playing the lower notes the first time, raise your hand. And then the second time, they're going to switch. So they get to play along. So this is Jolly Old Saint Nick. it back over to Mr. Hurt with our trombone section.
All right, this is the bigger brother to the trumpets. We have trombones, 99% whistles. We also have one euphonium back here. We all play on the same size mouthpiece, same principle, tight lips, fast air, create a buzz, and it powers the horn. We keep it very, very simple. We do a lot of call and response, a lot of buzzing. The one and the biggest difference between a trombone and a trumpet is these guys have buttons, these guys have a slide. So it's a lot more ear training over here in trombone land and baritone land because they have to find the notes while using good air and good everything. Instead of just pushing down a button, they got to use their ears to find it. So we really spend a lot of time matching pitch and training our ears. So here's the trombones for you. All right. Okay, so we've got two selections for you. The first one is Mary Had a Little Lamb, and then the following one is entitled Sweetly Sings the Donkey, but for us, we just call it what, the rest? Donkey. All right. Thank you. Thank you. And 2 more to go. We got our biggest section by far, which this is, gotta say, awesome having this many clarinets. Woo, baby.
Yeah, whenever I first saw the roster at the beginning of the year, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit nervous. But this group of clarinet players is amazing. We get to start off every day with this group of clarinet players. Second hour, right after pack, they're in band, they're rehearsing hard, they're working hard. So a big group of clarinets, and it's a really fun group too. We are going to start with a warm-up chorale that we play through every single day. This gets us kind of get the air flowing. It plays just, the first 5 or 6 notes that we know on our instrument. This is our warm-up chorale. You'll hear a little bit of harmony as well. So the clarinet also works very differently than the other instruments. It's similar to the flute in that it is a woodwind instrument, and we use our fingers to play all of the keys. The brass use their lips to manipulate a lot. We have a reed on the mouthpiece that when we blow into it, it creates vibrations, and it sends those vibrations down the clarinet. And where we place our holes, when we cover the holes, it can get the different pitches to come out. So the reeds are very important. We talked about reed care a lot. Hopefully they are breaking less reeds and they get it to be clear. They need to have 4 working reeds at all times. Doing that little pitch right now, in case they haven't told you or you haven't seen my emails. 4 good reeds at all times. And we recommend Panthorn as well. Anyways, there's a lot of different notes on the clarinet, and so we've been working on playing a lot. And the clarinet has a huge range. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to do what's called our F major walk down. So we're going to start on one of the first notes we learned, and we're going to walk our fingers down and play it to one of the lowest. And then you're going to hear us do what's called notes and fingers. This is to make sure that we are using the skill of actually reading the note. So every note they're playing also has a note name that goes with it, and we use that note name to help us be able to rehearse and help us be able to learn music faster. So you're going to hear us play, and then do notes and fingers, is what we call it. Then you're going to hear us play again, and then we're going to reverse the order on what we're doing. So making sure that we can use the whole clarinet. So this is our F major walk down. that is a drill that we use a lot in class to help us extend our range. And maybe you've heard them trying to, what we've been calling pop the register key and play the upper octave, and it gets a lot of squeals and squawks at first, but they've been working really hard on it. So hopefully it'll keep sounding better. We're going to end our portion with Long, Long Ago. So in this one, you're going to hear a little bit, we just kind of started working on some dynamic contrast, so they're going to start a little bit softer, and then at a point they're going to get louder, and then they're going to go back to getting softer. You're also going to hear them play, eighth notes that kind of move along a little bit more, and then transitioning their fingers in the middle of the eighth notes as well. So this is Clarinet class with Long, Long Ago. So that's our clarinet class, and I'm going to turn it back over to Mr. Hurt for our percussion class as well. They're playing some songs with some electronics, and so I'm going to, after percussion, we are going to play a full band piece. So we had one class period, that happened today during 7th hour. It was the first time that all these students came together and actually put together this piece of music. So we're going to play Countdown to Christmas right after percussion, and that's going to be a really, really big to do. It's going to be a lot of fun. Here is Mr. Hertz with percussion.
All right. So in the very, very, very back, we have all of our percussionists back here. Percussion is one of those very unique instruments. They don't just concentrate on one. They essentially have to master several as they get going. But the first one we spend most of our time on this year is keyboards. All right, keyboards is basically simplified just like a gigantic piano, and they're using their mouths to strike. But they still have to read, they still have to play in time. So we spent a lot of time working on what we call scales. Through some exercises that I've selected for them. So what we're going to do is we're going to perform 3 of our scales at 3 different tempos. There is a play-along track, but if you watch their hands, watch their sticking, it should all line up together if we do this right. So here is the percussion section.
C major scale, fast. 4-note scale. Ready, go. Four-note arpeggio. Ready, go. Two-note scale. Ready, go. Two-note arpeggio. Ready, go. One-note scale and arpeggio. Ready, go. F major scale, medium. 4-note scale. Ready, go. Four-note arpeggio. Ready, go. Two-note scale. Ready, go. Two-note arpeggios. Ready, go. One-note scale and arpeggio. Ready, go. Four-note scale. Ready, go. Four-note arpeggio. Ready, go. Two-note scale. Ready, go. Two-note arpeggio. Ready, go. One-note scale and arpeggio. Ready, go.
Thank you. As we get ready to do our last little number, I would be amiss if I didn't thank all of the principals, teachers, custodial staff, office staff, band staff. Every person that works with these kids is a big deal. Okay. This being my 18th year of teaching, I've been in some other districts, and I got to tell you that this one is by far the one I enjoy the most. How about that? The support we get from Dr. Flax and his team, the support we get from the ladies in the office and the custodians, anything we would ever need, it's always there for us. Same thing with our band program, and it is a good time to be in band here at Blue Springs, especially on the south side. We're fortunate here to have the both of us, myself and Miss Joe. We're also extremely fortunate just down the road to have Mr. Kyle Ty over at Delta Woods. All right. Yeah, go ahead, please. We're all going to the same place and we all work together, so it's all good. And then over the teachers over at the high school, we'll start with Bob. Mr. Kenny Hansen, he's the director of bands at Blue Springs South. I don't know, microphone troubles. And then we have Mr. Zach Johnson, yes it is, also over at South. And the wonderful, the beautiful, the fantabulous Mr. Wallen. Where's he at? There he is. He's the pretty one in the group. And he's our percussion guru, if you will. All right. But I've worked in bands where there's only 2 people, 6 through 8, and now we're fortunate to have all of us 6 through 12. Knock on wood, we'll get a couple more, all right, over in our district. But it's just a great time to be in band. It really is. I would also be amiss if I didn't take time to thank the staff and the staff here. I was gone for, what was it, 7 weeks. I had spine surgery out of nowhere at the beginning of the year. And if it wasn't for Mr. Pageant and Miss Johnson, where's Miss Johnson? She's here somewhere. She's very sneaky. Yes. They jumped in and helped sub for me while I was gone and trying to get better. There we did it again. So, I just wanted to thank them, especially, yes, thank you for that. And if any of you guys had Miss Pageant over at Cordell, they said, yeah, there we go. Yeah. Mr. Pageant is Miss Pageant's husband. So, and he was a former director here for how many years, Mr. Hanson? Is that right? How long was Doug here? A while, yes. Sorry to put you on the spot, sir. But yes, we have it very good. And the bond issue, that's huge. I've had extremely small band rooms. I was fortunate to have a gigantic band room almost as big as this building right here. But we got some great things happening here in Blue Springs. Love it, love it, love it. All right. Thank you very much. And here is Miss Judd. Little tune for our final tune. Is that right?
Okay, let's try it this way. Hey, good evening. Thank you very much for coming out tonight for our 7th and 8th grade bands. Hey, we do have a couple of short announcements. We have PGHS students in the hallway that are collecting donations and funds for Drum Farm. That is a group that they've targeted to provide some assistance during the holiday seasons. Okay, No big secret. February 6th is a huge day for the Blue Springs School District. Great things may happen. One, we're looking at adding or rebuilding a state-of-the-art career innovation center. A state-of-the-art, something that these students have a great opportunity to take advantage of in a couple of years. We have a couple of programs that are outside the hallways that are on posters. So if you want to see some of the different opportunities students have, please look at that. But the Career Innovation Center will be state-of-the-art and great opportunities for our kids. How about the middle schools? All 4 middle schools will have a huge addition put onto the facility. What that will do, one, it creates a high wind shelter. So in the event of some severe weather, our students and staff have the opportunity to be safe. That is a huge peace of mind as an educator and as a parent. Also on top of that, our band's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And our band room is just too small. We have an opportunity to increase our band room. And then also, who gets to practice in the hallways? Raise your hand. You see, we're looking to have an actual practice room for you. So, because right now we have kids that practice in the hallways because we just don't have enough facilities for these students to practice in band. So huge benefit on that. And then as you can see, we would have retractable theater seating for our play productions. Very comfortable seating, very nice middle level fine arts facility. And then some of the last things that will be going on will be some renovations in some of the elementary schools to increase some classroom spaces and then to work on some office space. So your voice, your vote, February the 6th. Now, I'm going to turn it over to our band instructors. They are just incredible, and most importantly, this great group of kids. It is really fun to come to work. You know, a lot of you know that I like to come here, and just a lot of great kids. So thank you very much for all your hard work.
All right, good evening. I got to follow instructions here. All right. My name is Josh Hurton. I'm the director of bands here. My associate, Ms. Judd, is right over there below. In fact, Ms. Judd, our Woodwind specialist for our building. All right. So in front of us over here is our enormous 7th grade band. We will be kicking off tonight's portion of our concert with a good old march. All right. The march is, well, you can't have a band concert without a march. And if I didn't play a march, my father would probably have my head for this. So Dad, this one's for you, buddy. All right. It's going to be pretty good too. Our first tune is Pride on Parade. Thanks for coming. And now for something totally different. So, typical Americana, a good concert march is what we like to start our year off with. And our second tune, if a march is over here, this next tune is at least something. This is going to be a very slow and a very challenging one. We wanted to stretch these guys with a slower piece, not only for the hearing things that they have to take care of, but just a mental concentration. These guys know to play a slow tune correctly. If you're not just physically and mentally exhausted, you haven't done it right. So this is Rising Star by Mr. Sam Hazo.
Here. Up next, our intermediate band is going to be performing a piece called Red Comet by Michael Orr. It is, again, we had our march, we had our slow lyrical tune, and now, again, we have something completely contrasting once again. This is going to be a faster tune, hopefully not too fast, but faster tune, kind of more loud and rambunctious. This is Red Comet. Thank you all for coming. As we're transitioning, going from 7th grade, or intermediate band over to our advanced band, I'm going to have our director of bands from Blue Spring come talk to you for a moment about these things. This is Mr. Kenny Hansen, everybody.
Well, good evening. So, I don't know if they have this fun fact, but I'm going to share a couple of fun facts. The very first tune that our intermediate band played just a moment ago was by Nancy Seward. She's a Missouri composer. She and her husband taught at Ruskin High School way back in the day, like the 60s. Then they taught at Central Methodist College, and they finished up together at Richmond, Missouri, before her husband passed away, and she finished in Polo. So a nice local product. Her son was the tubist of the Kansas City Symphony for 35 years, and her daughter played the United States Navy Band in Washington, D.C. for 25 years. And they're both retired, but a pretty cool thing. A local composer, and she was writing before it was cool for women to be writing like it is. I mean, it was not wasn't woke society at that point. We weren't okay with that. So she wrote for a long time under the initials N.H. Seward, so that it's unfortunate. But thankfully now we can celebrate. We have a nice woman composer from the state of Missouri. So what a deal. I don't even know, I bet I didn't know most of that. But I'm also, my dad had both her and her husband as director in high school and in college. And so, oh my goodness. I'm named after her husband, Kenny Seward, so that's where I got my name. So what a deal, small world. I had no idea they're playing tonight, so there you go, fun facts. I will share with you that it is really, really awesome to see everybody here tonight. What a great 7th grade band. You missed the 6th grade earlier. They were fabulous. And then in a moment, you're going to hear a great 8th grade band. One of the things that I like to share almost every time I get on the microphone is how important it is for your students to start to initiate getting into private lessons if that's possible. If your student comes home and they're excited about band and they're enjoying it, private lessons are not a way of remediation. It can be that if they're behind and you want to catch them up, but it's just like if you're a great pitcher in baseball and you start taking pitching lessons. If you're a great basketball player and you take some extra shooting lessons or things like that. So taking private lessons in band is a way to elevate yourself. And I don't know how many people know how great our program over at Blue Spring South is, but for the last 7 years, we've been in the top 3 marching programs in the state. And this last year, we were the 2nd best marching band in the state. And that means that our district has, there you go. Our district now shares the best and second best marching band in the state, and that is a massive feat. They are two terrific programs. Our concert band this spring is headed to New York City. We're going to play in Carnegie Hall. We'll be the first performing ensemble from this Blue Springs School District to be playing in Carnegie Hall. We're a featured concert at 8 o'clock right now. We're a featured band at 8 o'clock on March 19th. It'll be probably a sold-out hall, and it will be a really, really terrific experience. It's those kinds of experiences that we want for your student when they finally get to high school. If they're an athlete and they continue to do athletic things, that is awesome. We encourage them to do both. We have volleyball players and football players and swimmers and divers. We have cheerleaders. We've got you name the sport, we probably have them. We don't have any golfers right now, but it kind of comes and goes. We have a lot of cross country over time. Now, if they're a really great athlete, they're going to get a Division I scholarship. Maybe at some point they have to pick, but they're going to have to pick from a lot of things if they're going to be a Division I athlete. But I think you have the rest of your life to do one thing, and I would sure love in high school for them to continue doing as many things as possible, and we would hope that they would continue to choose band. We're here for them. We're here to try to make that experience as great for them as possible. And you can hear from that performance and what you're about to hear in a moment. These are really terrific programs. We have terrific band directors here at Moreland Ridge and over at Blue Springs South. We are looking.
All right, everybody, this is the advanced band starting on sales under the direction of Mr. Hurt.
Thank you very much. Sales, kind of a contemporary march, overture, kind of all the good things about concert band rolled into one. Exciting music, slow music, challenging music. This is a big kid piece. And these guys have been eating on it really, really well the last, well, we've only had it for a month and a half. So they've been doing some really fine things. Our next tune is a piece entitled Gadget. Sorry about that. We performed this at Sounds of the Stadium when we combined with Delta. Both groups did a fantastic job, and we kind of kept this one on the back burner, and we're going to do it for you one more time. So here's Miss Judd with Gadget.
That was Gadget, loud, obnoxious, fun, super fun piece for us to play. And now we're going to take a deep breath, and we're going to do something that's very, very different once again. How the intermediate band plays three different kind of contrasting pieces. Our advanced band is doing the same. So up next, you're going to hear us play Eventide, another soft, lyrical, very, very musical. You're going to hear different sections become very exposed. This is a very difficult piece of music to play, and especially coming off of a piece like Gadget where our adrenaline's running, and now we can relax and make sure that we can do that. We forgot to mention earlier that we're really fortunate here at Moreland. We have this thing called a huddle camera, and what it's doing is right now it's live streaming our concert. So you can go to YouTube, search Moreland Bridge, and you can watch this at any time. If like family coming in town for the holidays, you want to show them the band concert, you can watch it on YouTube there. Just want to let you know we have the huddle camera as well. This is Eventide under the direction of never mind, not Eventide yet. This year, we had a number of students, go and audition for the all-district band this year. It was far exceeded our expectations. We're used to having, 6 to 8 students go and take on this extra work. So this was a whole bunch of extra music that they had prepared completely on their own, travel on their own up to Liberty High School and audition in a room by themselves with the judge there to critique them. And that we had 28 students this year sign up and actually go and audition. If you were one of those 28 students who went and auditioned for All District Band, will you please stand at this time? Students, will you please still stand or raise your hand? If you were one of the students that was listed as an alternate, honorable mention, or a member of the all-district band. We had 6 students this year receive that honor, and it's incredible. Now, will you please stay standing if you are going to be performing on Saturday as a performing member of the all-district band. Thank you, ladies. You can have a seat or bring them down. It is a huge, huge honor. There are, I think, 96 or over 100 middle schools in the Casey Metro all-district area. There were hundreds and hundreds of students auditioning on this day, and the fact that we had 6 students receive honors at that is incredible, and that we had 28 students go and push themselves as musicians and get better is also so incredible. We love seeing that. We'll be doing it again next year, so if your student didn't do it this year but may be interested in trying out, they can next year. On Saturday, those 3 ladies will be performing with putting together a concert like what we're doing now in one day on Saturday, and they'll have a guest clinician come in and work with them all day and put together a concert real quick, and it'll be awesome, and they'll just play with all of the best middle schoolers in the entire Casey metro area. So we wish those ladies luck on Saturday, and now we will do even tech. All right, we can't make a night happen like this without a lot of people, and it takes more than just two of us. So Mr. Hurt and I meet with a big team here in Blue Springs Southside Band every week, and we collaborate, we bounce ideas off them, take a moment to introduce them and thank them because they've helped us here tonight. We have our director of band at Blue Springs South, Mr. Kenny Hansen here. You met him? We have assistant band director at Blue Springs South, Mr. Zach Johnson. We have another assistant band director at Blue Springs South, also comes over here and works with our percussionists each and every day. This is Mr. Michael Walling. And then our director of bands over at Delta Woods Middle School, Mr. Kyle Pye. They are a huge support system for Mr. Hurt and I, and so thank you guys so much for all that you guys do for us. We also have an incredible admin team here. For everything that we need, they're like, yes, here we go, how can we make it happen? So we would really like to thank our administration and Dr. Kelly Clark for being here tonight. Also, all of the ladies up in the office, we go up there constantly asking about different miscellaneous things. There's a lot that goes in the background on making stuff like this happen. And also our custodial staff, today they had to bring out the bleachers for us and help us get out the chairs and all of this stuff here today so you guys can have a place to sit tonight. So we want to thank our office ladies and our custodial staff. Thank you very much. I also want to thank you guys personally. I feel like I have the best job in the world. I get to come to work every day, and I get to do band, and I get to teach your kids. They're amazing. I have a blast every single day, and I think that the kids should say thank you to your parents for getting you your instruments, your books, your reeds, your tuners, all of those things that you need. So students, this is your opportunity to do a huge thank you to your parents. 1, 2, 3. Thank you guys, thank you. Also,
I need to hop on the thank you train. I mean, these guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Those guys are awesome. I had kind of an emergency surgery this year. I was out for about 7 weeks. During that time, Miss Judd, the band staff, but 2 people specifically who came in and kind of took over my position to give Miss Judd a hand. Miss Belinda Johnson, she's right here somewhere. She's right there. Yes. She covered some days, and Mr. Pageant, Mr. Doug Pageant, who is also a former director here in the district, actually over the south and here in Delta. He was at every building for the south side. He took over a big chunk as well, so I would be remiss if I didn't thank them specifically. So thank you guys. Appreciate it. One last thing before we play our final tune. Kiddos, no jazz club in the morning. Sorry. My apologies, but some stuff came up. So we will go back on Wednesday. Sound good?
all for coming. The kids are just going to help us get their chairs and stands put away, and then you guys are free to go.
I'll buy ice cream. I'll buy ice cream.
You have to start donating blood. Plasma. You know where they go. They go out. Let me grab this one. Here, let me get it. Yeah, let me get it. Here, right there.
Take me up there. Yeah. We're waiting for Mr. We don't know where to go.
You guys keep saying you're built it. You're not built it. You just smell it.
Take it straight. Yeah. That's what service is.
He loves skiing. He runs so good. Whatever freaking high.
Did you see that Sterling?
Like I wouldn't want to catch her in a dark alley. But yeah, until she's not, and she's like, oh yeah, and then you like say something that she doesn't really like. So like,
Hi, Grandma!
yeah.
Hi, Grandma!
I have to walk out of here and I'm like, I'm good here, I'm good. All the way in Cleveland. So it's good.
Hi, Grandma!
So it's highly recommended. Hey, that's cool because nobody else has it.
Hi, Grandma!
I'm gonna come home and get to
All right, let's go.
Kennedy, let's go. Shoot at it. Thanks for coming. Yeah, ready to create. I'll see you Saturday. I should be good. I can see there. Oh, and then maybe maybe it's just that I'll be there. Yeah. I'll see you Saturday. Hey, congratulations. Get there. See you. Orphan Center.
Hi, guys.
Bye, guys. Drive safe.
here, and it needs sweeping the front of it too.